What it do? It's DOA back with another episode of putting shit together. We gonna spark this thing off right, man. Got this old Nicaraguan Maduro, man. Straight from Nicaragua, straight from Esteli. That's what we blowing on. But what we chopping up is this Grambling State fight. But Grambling State, Bethune Cookman. I don't know if y'all saw it. Y'all probably did. If you didn't, we gonna go ahead and play it before we go ahead and get into the content. Let's go ahead and hit this joint real quick.
Mine better not be in it.
Not you right there.
Okay, good.
Man, shout out to the lady, man, that was shooting this video or was sitting close to the person shooting that video. She said, mine better not be in it. Better not be in that fight. This nigga gonna have another fight when he leave this field. Cause that is shout out to the real mamas and daddies, man, who raise their kids up right. You see what I'm saying? Cause this is kind of what we gonna be talking about. We gonna bounce around a little bit on this subject because it's obviously been a hot topic as of late. It was a big melee and it was ugly. It was just bad for business all the way around, especially if you went to a HBCU, currently go to a HBCU, or just want to see good things happen for historically black colleges and universities, man, or just in general, man. It's a bad look. You see what I'm saying? We supposed to be out here competing on the field and niggas is going at it like this, but we gonna go ahead and play. Let's play with the coach's response. This is Grambling State's coach. We're going to go ahead and play what his response was after this happened. So, we can get all the views in and explore all sides, and then I can make my assessments. You know what I'm saying? To move this up real quick.
In the college ranks, Grambling is now 7-3 on the year and secures a winning season for the first time since 2019. Following a 31-23 win over Bethune Cookman. But the halftime scuffle that saw 10 players ejected is still the talk of the town. In case you missed it, here was Mickey Joseph's perspective on it all.
They taking their time, so we're trying to give them the respect. So by the time we got to go, we can't wait on 2 players. But they should never leave their players. Who leaves their players? Who leaves their players over there knowing that we got to come down? You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the disrespect stuff. And we're not going to tolerate disrespect here at Grambling. You won't disrespect us. We're going to meet disrespect with disrespect. Be responsible. Get your kids out the locker room. Make them get to the field. So that's my perspective. And I told him after the game, I said, you can't leave your kids up there. You can't leave your kids up there. So we talked.
The Grambling president releasing this statement Sunday afternoon. GSU takes this matter seriously. A full review is underway in collaboration.
So, yeah, we see Grambling coach says some crazy shit.
With our athletic department.
You talking about y'all gonna meet disrespect with disrespect. And, like a lot of people that's weighed in on this, man, you had Deshaun Jackson, Cam Newton, Jason Whitlock. They all kind of was echoing and they was on some one band, one sound type shit, to be honest. Everybody felt like as a head coach, bro, that's a bad look. You can't be saying shit like that. Like, you don't meet disrespect with disrespect. That's some bad training. That's some hood type shit when we talking about competing athletically. It's irresponsible. You see what I'm saying? So I have to agree with everybody as far as that goes. Like, as a head coach, you got to have more accountability than that. You got to be more apologetic than that. And I think that the coach has since followed it up with a little bit of more apologetic statement. But that statement right there, just ain't it. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of showing us how these kids got to the point that we saw them in this video. If you telling them we gonna meet disrespect with disrespect, well then that's what we just watched on this video. Yeah, so you pretty much telling us you train them for that. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is these is HBCUs. So you had Cam Newton saying, like, you know, this ain't good when the HBCUs, they need funding, they need exposure, and this, that, and the third, and this is not gonna help that effort. You see what I'm saying? This type of visual is not gonna help with that effort. But the thing I want to touch on is that we've seen other teams, big teams like Ohio State, Michigan's, et cetera, the list goes on. We've seen fights break out at these big institutions, and that ain't stopping they funding, you know. Now, I'm not at all condoning this behavior, but I'm just putting a few things together because though also too, it's a different sport, hockey, but that's a white dominated sport, and them guys fight, and it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a kind of a wide comparison because, like I said, it is a different sport, different rules, etc. But if we just talking optics to optics, like showing people fighting when it really is not the basis of the athletic competition. It ain't boxing, it ain't MMA, it's not jiu-jitsu, prize fighting, or nothing like that. It's hockey. We trying to get the puck into the net. You see what I'm saying? With these sticks. So to throw these fists is really bad optics if we just gauging it from this perspective. Like, that's why it's bad optics, because it's like, damn, y'all fighting, y'all supposed to be playing a football game. So this is some sidebar bullshit. You see what I'm saying? But other colleges have had kind of similar occurrences. This might have been one of the worst ones optically, but then again, you have to think these is not predominantly white schools, so they're not gonna fight the same as PWIs. You got HBCUs, I'm sure it's plenty of hood niggas, etc., and the fight gonna look different. You see what I'm saying? So you can't expect it to be like Ohio State, Michigan, though that was equally as distasteful. It did not look the same, just throwing them hands wise. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is the elephant in the room really being that because it's blacks, and blacks had a stigma of being aggressive and can't control themselves, it stings harder. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's getting a different commentary on it than Ohio State, Michigan.
To say there's bad blood between these two schools is an understatement.
It's like, they was rivals, kind of cast it off a little bit easier. So I'm saying all that to say this type of behavior in HBCUs is not the norm. Though people might expect that that's what the norm is, it's not actually the norm. And that's not this type of behavior is not the reason why they're not getting the same funding or, a shot at the airwaves and good coverage like these other institutions. it's deeper than that. It's deeper than rap. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is like, and on that side of the game, like it being deeper, it's like, okay, if hood culture or the threat thereof is what's stopping HBCUs from getting the exposure they might deserve, for getting the funding they might deserve, if that's what's stopping them, then how the hell did Dion get to Colorado? Because he's one of the biggest proponents of hood culture that I've seen in the sport. You see what I'm saying? How did he make it there? Just like I've seen what Dion was doing before he went to Colorado, the powers that be in these sports leagues has also seen it. So what got Dion the pass to still get a shot at coaching one of these big schools and getting his son in one of these big schools? And, you know, when he's brought a negative culture to this institution, you see what I'm saying? Dion is really a bad look for blacks, but only in the sense, if you think that blacks all move the same, then Dion is a bad look. And I hate when we say, that's a bad look for us. Like, bro, that nigga don't speak for me. These players that's acting an ass at Grambling State, and as we can see from the video I showed, not every last one of them was doing that. So to think this is a black thing, nah, it ain't. Because there was some black players out there that wasn't involved in that shit. You heard dude mama say he better not be involved in that shit. And he wasn't. So it's like, hey, no matter where you from, no matter what your skin tone is, you can keep it composed, bro. They're really like, where I come from, man, niggas, it ain't a nigga out here that's more hood than me. Like, bro, that's where I came up. I come from one of the hardest hoods, but I know how to conduct myself. You know what I'm saying? I know how to treat others with respect. I know how to have patience, etc., etc. So being black isn't a monolithic thing. But see, you got dudes like Dion who get shots inexplicably. Also, Cam Newton. I don't know if y'all remember, but Cam Newton, he coached 7-on-7, and it was a viral video of him being in an altercation with two dudes from another 7-on-7 team. So it's like, but damn, you made it to ESPN. You still got airtime. So what's different about you in the HBCUs or these kids or Grambling State, et cetera, et cetera? And one of the things is both Dion and Cam Newton have been wearing dresses and shit. Been out here in the public wearing dresses. Here go Dion with a damn tutu on.
After you bought the Cowboys, what was your next biggest purchase after that?
Oh, well, I think Deion Sanders.
You see what I'm saying? And niggas that act like that don't matter. That don't matter, bruh. Like, nah, it does matter. These niggas have bent over for the man, so to speak. So they're getting opportunities that other people who might work just as hard, might do X, Y, Z, they not getting that because of what's happening behind closed doors and also what's being presented to the public. We also had Cam Newton. I'll just pull it up this way. Cam Newton did the same thing. It's like, bro, you did that shit. Of course, he apologized, which was good. But, bro, you got caught in some fights. And, nigga, you made it to ESPN. Here we go. Cam in the dress. You see what I'm saying? This was back in the day. So it's like, and we already know he wears a lot of gay ass shit, dog. So it's like, never lose sight of what is actually the cause, because people will play race, they'll play it to their advantage and to others' disadvantage often, but it's not that simple, man. Like, they know it's respectable black people out here. They know that, shoot, the HBCUs could be playing great ball, and part of the reason why they not what they could be is because we got niggas like Cam Newton, niggas like Dion who want to go to Florida State, they want to go to Auburn, when you really could take your talents to a HBCU if that's what you really want to see for them. But see, money, exposure, fame, what these network heads say that they'll do for you, and the want to wear big chains without having to put in as much work to get there is what takes niggas away to these other institutions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just to try to chalk it up to, man, this is why niggas can't have shit. Nah, this ain't why niggas can't have shit. And some niggas do have shit, and this is why a lot of niggas have shit, is this shit right here. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, it was like, man, we seen Dion Shador come in with the damn, you wearing Rolexes and diamond studded watches on the football field. Dion having yellow beezy and big extra plug and shit all in the locker room, bruh. But you had niggas like Ryan Clark and Cam Newton, etc., taking up for Dion and praising Dion for what he had done, allegedly, up until that point. And it's like, damn, how you gonna praise Dion when he do nigga shit, but then you gonna come down on this coach and his players when they do this shit? And it's like, I'm not saying, I completely think that fight was wrong. You see what I'm saying? But it's just funny, the duality of these niggas' speech. Like, here we go.
All right, bro. At 21, the Steelers went defensive tackle. Cool. Still got time. Then the Giants, who we know are only moving up to get a quarterback, get Jackson Dart. By the way, congrats to Jackson Dart. You put yourself in that position to be drafted. But that mean no Shador Sanders, though, dog.
That's the tough part. And the thing is, the lore that the Standing Names brought, the lore that it brought with him, and he deserves all the accolades, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Everything he got deserves. Gigi said good comes with the bad, too. Bad comes with the good. Like, he has to deal with this now. He has to go through this. Him and Dion, I saw him in the green room, whatever they are, watching the draft, and that's a part of it. He's still, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, he is going to be a great starting quarterback in this league. It doesn't matter where it starts or where it finishes, but I was surprised because y'all both said Jackson Dart to the Giants. I thought it would be Shador, and it was Jackson Dart. No knock against Jackson Dart, but I've seen the hue of the last 5 quarterbacks the Giants have taken, going back to Phil Simms, going back to Eli, going back to Daniel Jones. I've seen the hue of the Giants quarterback drafts, and I just had to look at it in a different way when they took Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I just think, it's the NFL draft, man. You never know what's going to happen. All these expectations are sometimes set up by the media, and then it gets twisted at the very last minute. Shador's going to have to overcome this little early onset of adversity. I think he's going to be totally fine. As long as he gets an opportunity to go out there and live out or fulfill his dream, that's where it starts, right? No matter where you start, he's an NFL quarterback. He still has an opportunity to get out there, help a team win, help, create his own legacy, right? And say, look, looking back, it didn't start how I wanted it to start, but now I have the opportunity to walk in my own footsteps, right? So he can be a $200 million guy someday. It's going to take a lot of work. Starting tonight, I don't believe he'll be a first-rounder unless somebody comes up and do something drastic here in the last couple picks. But it seems that he's not going to be a first-rounder. He has the great person in his corner to kind of coach him through this.
Man, shout out to Fred for keeping it real. And you seen, what's the dude's name? Channing alluding to the hue being the reason. Like, nah, it's not like that, bro. I hate that they do that because that would insinuate that all black people act the same. Oh, they don't want this nigga because he's black. Nah, they don't want that nigga because that nigga is a problem. You see what I'm saying? And who want to deal with a problem? No matter what color they are, don't nobody want to deal with no fucking problems. And you know, I ain't saying that it's never that never has anything to do with anything. But bro, like speaking like that, when you've watched this toxic type of behavior, you got this nigga on the field with chains and watches dangling and shit. Like that's part of your celebration. You see what I'm saying? You out here diamond studded. Like, bro, that don't have no place on the field of football no more than them niggas from Grambling fighting had a place on a football field. Yellow Beezy ain't got no place in nobody locker room, neither does Big X the Plug, unless they had some kind of upstanding football careers that I don't know about. But it looked like, bro, these niggas is problematic. And I mean, shame on Colorado and shout out to them at the same time, because it's like, damn, y'all did give a black man from a HBCU an opportunity to come and do something major, but shame on you for picking that black man to do it. You see what I'm saying? Because real niggas knew he wasn't going to be able to get it done. He didn't have the type of mentality to lead a team like that. He just had raw talent. You know what I'm saying? He's got marketability and all of this. And that's not finna win you no games. It might get some butts and some seats. So maybe that was Colorado's goal ultimately, was just to, you know, sell out a few times, sell out their arena, get the ticket sales up, get the jersey sales up, whatever. If that's the case, then I guess y'all did that. But it's going to be back to the drawing board when you getting blown out by 50. You see what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to see, like, why would anybody take him? And then, of course, Ryan Clark always backing up some bullshit, like some racial shit. He's a race clown. Basically, I want to say, like, as a black man, we can't be foolish enough to promote niggas like this. That's where the bad look is, because we'll let a nigga like this be a spokesperson for us, acting as if we all support him, which we all don't still. But it's like, bro, if we that ignorant to support niggas who come with a bunch of bullshit, who's really not fit for the jobs that they seeking, then that's a bad look. You see what I'm saying? But this Grambling fight just got my mind to got my wheels to turning basically on a whole subject. And it was funny, like, you know, Cam Newton, he said some real shit about it, but at the same time, he's not being completely real, because he knows getting opportunities, a lot of times those kind of opportunities is deeper than, you know, just conducting yourself in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? So and it's bigger than race, because these niggas is on set with Dan Orlovsky's and Stephen A's the fucking host. He the highest paid man at ESPN. Maybe Pat McAfee is more, but still, it's like, you know, y'all the two highest paid. Yeah, so he gets opportunities, but the way he got them opportunities is what y'all not saying. You see what I'm saying? So to act like it's just a bad look and this is what's holding HBCUs back and this is what's holding niggas back. Like, I didn't hear y'all saying that when Deion and Shedeur popped up. And that could be said for them. Like, bro, y'all bring a lot of toxic behavior. Y'all bring a lack of accountability. Y'all bring an air of entitlement. Y'all bring a victim mentality when shit don't go your way. You know what I'm saying? And that is not good for business, if you ask me. So, you know, I just wanted to touch on that, man. As always, y'all body slam the comments. I'll get at you in the comments, man. We could keep chopping it up or whatever. But it's always a pleasure to have y'all tune in, man. I really appreciate that, man. Pound that like, pound that subscribe, all that good shit for your boy. And yeah, man, it's peace and love and light, wisdom and insight. DOA putting shit together. To the next time. Peace.